Today I'm going to be doing a how to find and do your research on global shipping program known as GSP. I'll show you and guide you how to and what to look for and see if this is right for you as far as your global shipping program.
I say, here at KajunRootsReseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it with no problem. I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let him have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it. Well, here at KajunRootsReseller, if you own a fixed income, even if it's on a sale in the KajunRootsReseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. Let them have it. Have it with no problem.
When first starting off, you're going to go to your main web browser that you use. I use Google Chrome, as we know that I will go to my eBay store. This is something that I already have set up into my web browser. What you're going to do is you're going to go right up the top up here where it says Help and Contact. Now, this is something you can definitely look up and see if it's worth for you to do. I personally do have global shipping program on all my items. Now, there are some stipulations of things you cannot use. Like, for example, I learned the hard way. I had something that was a frozen camera, brand new, still sealed in its pack, and I got it pulled because it said that I cannot ship it global. So things like that you want to check into to see if it's eligible to be shipped. What we're going to do is now we're going to get started on this site where it says, how can I help you today? In this search bar, you can basically type any kind of questions you may have on something. And in this one, I'm just going to go ahead and type in global. Now, you're going to get a list of different things here. And this one's going to basically the program purchasing and shipping for buyers, the global shipping program, international shipping for sellers, global selling performance standards. Now, these are basically different things you can look up and how you can actually sell by using this program and how you can customize it to fit your eBay store. Basically, we're just going to start with the first one up here. It says find out about buying from from sellers and eBay itself, or you can have this global shipping program itself and what you need to know about selling programs. We'll go to this one. Hit the arrow. Now, basically, this is uh, everything about global shipping. It can make the items available for over 60 million buyers worldwide, and you can get you're protected from negative or neutral feedback and controlling over the items that you want to ship through the program. There is eligibility of items that are domestic shipping only. And a lot of times this goes to, like in our area, it goes to Kentucky when I ship global shipping. And I usually get a notification when I ship it, I get a notification because I have it set up that way where once it gets to Kentucky, I get that notification saying it has arrived to the warehouse. Then from there, once it's shipped, I then get another notification that it has left the warehouse. And then I get a final one saying it has been delivered to the buyer. And I like that because then I get to keep track of that part. Now, getting started, you basically going to go through each one of these. You can just kind of go through it and see what it says. It basically tells you things like when you're selling through a global shipping program, you will need to have a seller's rating of above a standard or higher to meet the following criteria. And then it says you must be items must be physically located in the United States. Your items must be listed for sale on eBay.com. The items must be not be the items must not be illegal, ineligible, illegal, hazardous, or restricted from prohibiting from eBay, just like the Vero products they're talking about. And then, of course, they have the user's agreement. You can read on that, and then international trading policies. Now, sometimes when you ship global shipping, you will save on your shipping, but when it gets to certain countries, they have to pay an additional fee to receive it. And those who countries that have it do know that. It says unless you're a managed payment seller, you must accept PayPal as a payment method. Now, in most countries, the delivering address of your buyer must be a resident or a street address, not a PO box, FPO, or APO. Now, FPO, APO, or it's for military. When I was in the Navy, we used to have it where it was shipped APO to the ship, which I was on the USS Saratoga. It says you can send items to a PO box address only in these following countries. And if you scroll down, there's a few of them that you can definitely ship to at a PO box, but not all that list. And if you scroll down, you'll see how your packages must not exceed maximum weight and dimensions outlined in the table below. Now, when you scroll down, you'll see here in the first column, it says countries, maximum weight, maximum length, and maximum dimensions. And this is basically the width times the length times the height. And that's how to get these inches here. You see here it says pounds, inches, and then some. So anyway, you just scroll to this, and all the countries are listed in there as what you can have the maximum of each. And then, of course, when shipping, it also has here domestic, Republican, and El Salvador. These little things are maximum sale prices of things that you cannot sell no more than. So also look at that as far as the prices that you're selling items for that you cannot ship to or when shipping to these countries. And it has a list of everything. You can break it down and look at it. Then the next thing is, I'm going to minimize this one, and we'll go down to the next one. Now this one says seller and buyer charges. Now usually in this one there is no fee to join the global shipping. You can add it in. You have to basically go to the shipping program website link, and you can basically also apply it in your eBay store. You can also check mark that, and if you do, it automatically does it for you. Then of course they have the benefits of shipping through global shipping. Besides making an item available worldwide, there are a number of benefits by using the global shipping program. It is an item that if an item is lost or broken internationally, your case may be resolved in your favor and that your seller performance standards will not be affected. And when you're providing the free domestic shipping to the shipping station, you will automatically receive a 5-star for shipping cost in your detailed selling rating. And if you change for domestic shipping for shipping to the shipping center, but receive a rating below 5 stars on your shipping costs, it won't count against you in your seller performance standards. Automatically will receive 5 stars for shipping time if you declare that detailed in your seller's rating when you ship with the same day or one business day. Now in my store, I have everything one business day. And then they deliver the item to the U.S. shipping center within 4 business days. And then, of course, any negative or neutral feedback that you may have attributed to the global shipping program from an item handling during your international transition will be removed. Now, shipping and tracking items. And of course, I'm not going to read all of these, but this is just giving you an idea of where you can find this at. Now, when you do shipping exclusives, if you're creating an exclusive to the United States territories, countries, and or regions that do not ship, it will then apply the eligibility listing under the global shipping program. And if you like the global shipping program to override your shipping exclusive, follow these instructions. And it tells you exactly what to do and how to do this for your eBay store through your site preferences. Then you can also tailor your global shipping program in for your eBay store. And this is where you can choose which countries you would like to use the global shipping program to. You can also then use the shipping services to choose for sale items that are to other markets. And for example, you can set your preferences to ship to Canada through a standard carrier and then provide international shipping services, but still using the global shipping program to ship to other eligible countries. And then, of course, it tells you exactly how to do it. You can go to your site preference on your eBay store and how to do that. Now, it says best practices when using your global shipping program, and of course, it goes all the way through the same thing. Now, when you go to list an item, uh, also on this one, it covers the restriction categories that are not that are prohibited items that you cannot ship through global shipping program. Just make sure you go through these and go through the list of what you are prohibited to. Now, eligible countries. There is a long list. You can use this to choose what countries you go to when setting up global shipping. Now, if you don't want to send to certain countries, you can mark this, and I'll show you that when I go to do a fake listing or show you a listing. So as you see, there's a long list of countries you can pick from, and you don't have to go through all of these. You can send to particular ones. Now, I will tell you if you can or cannot ship to those countries. Now, right now, there are some countries that when you're shipping right now, they're not accepting incoming packages from the United States or any other countries. So you may want to look at that when you're doing that. And then, of course, the global shipping program, it says the top takeaway from this is that when using the global shipping program, you can sell to an international buyer simply by just shipping the item through your global shipping center. And your center will be, when you go to set it up, it will tell you where your center is going to be, where all your items go to that center first, and then they ship it for you. And that's one of the reasons why I use that. All right, now we're going to go back to the beginning and go back arrow back, and of course you can go through here and check out the tabs that talks about international shipping for the sellers, global sellers performance standards. You can use UPS, United States Postal Service, and UPS packaging types when shipping. And then of course shipping and delivery for your buyer, for the buyer. So basically, you just go through this and scroll down, and it shows you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to an eBay store itself. When you go to doing a selling item, and I'm just going to go through one of them that I have listed and show you what you can do, even when you're going to say you set it up and your item you have already sold it, selling on your platform in your eBay store. You can go to your active listing. On the listing, you can either hit listing and it brings you to active right on the side, or you can do the drop box, and you can also go there either way. So basically, I'm out running a store right now too as well. So this is just something that you can look up. For example, this is what I'm gonna go to, and I'm gonna click edit, and I want to view my. Let's see what edit. Just go edit. We're gonna open up an item, and again, I already have all these with global shipping. But for example, when you go down, scroll down to an item, or if you're doing a new listing, whatever you may have, just scroll down all the way to the bottom where it has the shipping section of your item, right here. Where it says payment methods, right underneath here, there's going to be a sales tax, and right here it says returning options. Make sure I'm at the right. Yeah. Right here is where you're going to check off when you're doing returns. I offer free returns to where you're going to do domestic return accepted. You got how many days, you can definitely pick that. You got 14, 30, or 60. Return shipping will be paid by, and of course, I put the seller. International returns, I already have 30 days, but I also can change that to 15 days. And then I need to do that because I just realized all mine on 30 days. And then, of course, return shipping will be paid by the buyer on that part. And when doing your actual listing, I do calculated shipping on everything. And I do have different uh, services you can apply for in this area. You can also add up to, I believe it's 4 or 5 things. Yeah, four. Four total of options that you can choose. And you drop it here, and it has a drop box. And I do a Federal Express Smart Post that you can ship through with the label. Once you print the label, it can be shipped through the post office. That's the only one that you can send to the post office that I know of right now. And I talked to the girl the other day. So someone that just started doing Amazon, UPS, and federal packaging as well. So anyway, you do your packaging. You can also choose different ones. You got UPS and Federal Express, and or any other services through the post office. But those are the main two that I use a lot, unless it's first class. And then of course you can go to right here. It's the third one of the standard servicing. You got the ground, and of course you have first class. Now on this one, right here where it says selling international with global shipping program, just send the USPS shipping center. You can learn more about what's the shipping centers by going here. And then, of course, it brings you right back to this part. So if you're going to do that, you can also look at these topics here. We'll close that and come back here. Now, what I do is I've noticed on some eBay sellers on their channel, they talk about sending when they do global shipping, they do a flat rate. If it's to Canada, they do another flat rate, and of course, the United States, they either do it by total weight of calculated shipping or flat rate. Now you can do whatever you want. But on this one, what I do is on international shipping, I have checked off here because I do it on all my items. But other shipping options, when you scroll down here, you can do the flat rate or calculated shipping on all these. It should be calculated shipping. I don't do flat rate on most of my stuff. But anyway, it's always calculated. Now, at this point, when you hit calculated shipping, it says ship to. This is where you can pick worldwide, choose your custom location, and then you can do Canada. For example, say you want to keep everything separate and you want to do, say, Canada. Canada, you can go here and you can come here and set up your service. And it's the same thing I just showed you, but a little bit less options. And so that's how you can pick this here, and do your services there. And then you can also do another one because if you want to choose different countries, you can do choose your custom location. And then again, you can also choose North and South America, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, and it gives you the ones you can choose from on this section here when you want to customize your location. Again, the same thing, do the Dropbox, choose your choice of options that you want to give to that buyer. Then you can do other services, for example, other shipping locations, buyer contact for cost. You will ship to the United States and the following countries. Again, you can do the same thing here. But this is something you can do if you're customizing it and you want only certain countries. But check your listings when doing this to where it'll tell you the countries you can pick um, that are allowed for global shipping. But I don't do any of these. I don't want to have to exclude. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that one. You can, if you happen to do it and you want to get out of it, just do this. And then also change it right here to calculate it to flat same cost to all buyers, or you can do just calculated shipping, whatever you want. But on this one, I just put flat same cost to all buyers. On this, they pay the cost. But if you do choose calculated, you're going to have to choose what country you want in that. And so what I'll do is I'll close this out, take that off, let it refresh. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get out of this, but I'm going to hit cancel because I don't want to change anything I already have in there. Are you sure? Yes. I want to save changes. I'm going to go back to it and make sure it didn't. Always double check to make sure whenever you do something like that, that it doesn't change what you want on that particular item. And so that's how you basically do global shipping for other countries. Again, when you do that, it will tell you what eligible countries you can ship to. And it may be your list may be longer. I'm not sure how it works, but I do know that's what happens when I go global shipping. But I just check it all off and leave it that way. So I'm going to go back to my global shipping, and it's all back the way I had it. So just want to make sure you do that here. Let's see, global shipping. Yes, it is checked out, but nothing else is done here because I do have it set up already. So that's how you would set up your global shipping program, whether you want to choose a country. You can do, for example, if you want to do flat rate, you can do flat rate to Canada and all of the countries, or you choose your countries. This is where you would find it and set it up, whether you're doing each individual item that you're listing, or you can also do it in a bulk of the same thing for all your items at one same time. And then we'll go back to that and I'll show you where that you can do that. Go back to your main items, make sure you're in the active listings. When it comes up, go back to the top right here, hit the little block right next to action, do a Dropbox, hit edit all items. And this is where you can do it bulk. Pull up all your items you have listed, which may take a little while. In this one, I have exactly 816 single items listed, but a lot of these have multiple. All right, now what you're going to do is right here, there's a little block, and there's a square right at the first one. Make sure you hit that and check all of them off. And if you do that, you'll see right here this number is going to be 816. Because if you don't, there's nothing here. So you want to make sure you check off that little box at the very top above all your items listed. Then you're going to go right here. It says Edit Field. And you're going to look for this is categories and all the different items. You go to shipping, domestic, international. You can do this all in one bulk. And what it will do is pull up all your items you have listed. Then you're going to go global shipping. Do you want changes? Yes. We'll change all the items. And then it says other shipping options. Change to. And then another block will open. Then you'll come here and you can put either flat, calculate to all customers and buyers, or none. So what you can do is you can either do a flat rate and you have to set up the flat rate or just calculate to all locations. This way the buyer will do it. And then of course you can also set up your shipping worldwide, customize your location of Canada, just like I showed you into the listing. But if you don't have global shipping and you want to do it this way, this is exactly the same way you can do it, but bulk all your items and do it all at one time. So you can also change this to no changes, or you can do add to all, remove, no changes, or you can just do change to, and then you can do this as far as global calculated shipping or just flat rate to all customers. And then of course you can save your changes. This way it'll be on any country that is eligible for shipping. And as you've seen on the previous little part that I showed you, and the other way of doing it in each particular item, you can also do it that way. But this is in case if you're not using global shipping and you're thinking about doing it, and this is how you would definitely do it in a bulk type way of doing it. I hope this helps. Let me make myself a little bigger here so you can see me. Oh, Lord, that's too big, child. No, 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 no. Let's get you smaller here, Lord Jesus. Let me get you set up here. We'll get you a little smaller, and I'll do a closeout on this video. That would, oh, yeah, much better here. My dad would say much more better. Ah, we go. We'll slide you over a little bit. There we go. So I hope this video helped you to find what you're looking for when it comes to global shipping. And if you have any questions, again, I'm not a pro at this, but I've only done things that I looked for, searched for, or used myself. So I'm only speaking on what I do. That doesn't mean it's the right way. It may be the wrong way. Everybody has their own ways of doing things. This is what I find works for me. And I hope this helps you. Thank you for coming to the video. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if this is the first time you do come to my channel, I want to thank you. Don't forget the subscribe button. But also for everyone, don't forget the top third. There's three bells. Hit that top one. That means you get all notifications when I do a new video. That way you'll be one of the first ones to know when that video comes out, even if it's a premiere, a live, or just another video that I might be doing. So thank you. God bless and have a fabulous day.